Alright guys, Revolve Russell here, your wrestling reviewer, YouTube heavyweight champion, and today I'm going to be reviewing the greatest Royal Rumble. I should really take the belt off because I again lost the predictions battle today. But today I will be reviewing the greatest Royal Rumble. I am absolutely shattered. You can see this. My voice sounds horrible. I have to be up early in the morning, and I just want to get this review out. But in all honesty, I really don't want to do this review. Just the Greatest Royal Rumble was advertised to us as a big event. It was a big deal that really rivaled Mania in its terms of scope and importance. And with big matches on the show like AJ Nakamura in a rematch, Reigns and Lesnar inside the cage, and the biggest Royal Rumble match ever, you'd think that this show would be one of the most focused and driven WWE cards of the year. And in the end, what we got was a house show. And it was not even that good of a house show. And I'm going to get into it quickly because I just want to get this show reviewed. The open contest was Triple H against John Cena. I think personally this was actually one of the best matches on the show. I thought that the chemistry of Triple H and Cena has been there for years and years, dating back to their rivalry in 2006, in 2008. These guys have got good chemistry, and I love Triple H being the dastardly bastard heel, really properly taunting Cena with the five-knuckle shuffle, with the, he actually did hit him with the five-knuckle shuffle, obviously hit him with a double A spine buster. Cena would obviously come back with his shoulder tackles on the Proto Bomb, he would hit an AA, Hunter would hit the pedigree, I believe, but Cena kicked out. Of course, both men get to kick out of the other's finishers. In the end, Cena would hit a second AA on Triple H for the 1-2-3. I thought this was a pretty good opening contest. I'm going to give it 3.25 stars. It was actually one of the best things on the show. Good, congratulations to these two guys. After this matchup, Cena would cut a little promo for the fans in Saudi Arabia. It was obviously the right call to have Cena go over here. Hunter is Hunter, and, John Cena is the biggest star in the company, not named Rousey. So, yeah, proper, this was what it really needed to be. Second match on the show with the Cruiserweights, and this was Kalisto against the champion Cedric Alexander. And these guys were maybe the only guys on the entire show who did not treat this match as if it was a house show. This was better than most pay-per-view Cruiserweight matches. These guys had a great chemistry. These guys, they did flips, but they did them, they did them in a certain way that the timing was spot on for the matchup. Kalisto did this excellent, springboard Spanish fly on Cedric Alexander. Alexander with a fantastic tope con hero to the outside. Kalisto did some fantastic acrobatics. And the finish came when Kalisto went for the Salida del Sol, but Alexander actually countered it into the lumbar check for the 1-2-3. Fantastic finish. Really, really good end to a really, really good match. 3.5 stars. These two guys deserve a lot of credit. I think this was the best match on the show. Next up, we had the Raw Tag Team titles, the vacant Raw Tag Team titles. I've just got to get the show up quickly, just so I can see. There's a vacant Raw Tag Team titles as the Woken Warriors, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, took on The Bar. This matchup was kind of just there. I don't remember a lot about it. It was a long time ago, this match. In the end, the Woken Warriors won. They hit their, double team Twist of Fate, which I don't think looks that great. Bray also hit Sister Abigail in the matchup. The Woken Warriors win the tag titles. The Bar go to SmackDown, predictably what you think. This was a 2-star match. Just nothing. Really just nothing. Moving on, I believe we had the United States Championship matchup, Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal. This was actually quite a bad match. And I think this was the worst thing on the show. This was maybe not even just bad because of Jinder. I think that Jinder, there was a horrible spot where Jeff hit the he went for the Whisper in the Wind and he hit the mat. He missed Jinder. Jinder falls over, and then Cole on commentary says, "Oh, Jeff hitting the mat vibrated and obviously made Jinder fall over." Poor spot there, really bad. Just nothing in this match. It was just really bad. There was just no momentum. There was no flow. It just was very clunky. In the end, Jeff got the Twist of Fate and got the Swanton Bomb for the clean win. Jeff retains the US title in about 6 minutes. And when I saw the length, and I watched this matchup, and I was like, Jinder's got in, like, no offense. Jinder has, honestly, not done a lot. And when I saw that, I was like, wow, this is a house show. It took me 4 matches to realize this was a house show, and that's how they were treating this. It was just a house show on a big stage, so all these Saudi guys could invest all this money in the company. Great, just great. Then we had the SmackDown Live tag team titles, I believe. Yes, we did, as the Bludgeon Brothers took on... So that match, by the way, I give 1.5 stars. It was a bad match. Then we had the SmackDown Live tag team titles as the Bludgeon Brothers defend their gold against the Usos. This was a little bit better. It still felt like a house show matchup. They went through the motions. The Usos actually got a lot of shine here. They obviously hit a couple of super kicks. The big splash on Harper, but that was broken up, I believe, by Rowan. And in the end, Harper and Rowan hit their double team powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Literally all these pop ads are coming up, and it's just, I'm not in the mood. So they hit the double team powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. Harper and Rowan retain the SmackDown Live tag team titles. This was like a 2-star match. Just again a nothing matchup. Just house show. Like I keep repeating house show, but that's what we were all saying. All my friends, when we were watching this show, we all said this is a house show. Like, and before it, we all laughed and said this won't be a house show because of the money they've put into it, and the set was amazing. The arena, the King Abdul Arena was like 50,000 seats, and it just was a show. SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. After that, we had the IC title ladder match, the Fatal 4-Way, Samoa Joe, The Miz, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. This was pretty good, one of the best matches on the show. You had a couple of cool spots. Finn Balor doing a coup de grace onto The Miz on a ladder was cool. The Miz then gave Samoa Joe a skull-crushing finale on a ladder. You had Rollins doing some, obviously, double blockbusters on Samoa Joe and The Miz. You had a cool spot where Samoa Joe got his hands on The Miz and took him out. Went for that Coquina clutch. He went for the Coquina clutch on Finn Balor, who rolled out and gave him a double foot stomp. Balor then cleared the ring, climbed the ropes. Everyone was outside. Rollins got sent to the outside into a table, I believe. And in the end, Balor was climbing the ladder, and Rollins leapfrogged on the ladder, ran up it, and took the belt. And I just thought, that makes Balor look like a bit of a geek. But yeah, Seth Rollins retains the IC title. This was pretty good, 3.25 stars. These 4 guys could have a lot better match than this. And I think that they would... I don't know what everyone on the show was told. I think they were told this was a house show, and maybe they were told this wasn't being recorded. I don't know. I just don't know. This is such a wacky pay-per-view. WWE Championship was next up. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. And I think this was actually worse than their Mania match. And I didn't think that was bad. But this match I think everyone was so excited about seeing them go at it again and maybe try and up the ante and maybe do one better than they did at Mania. And they got 15 minutes here. And, any worker can have an amazing match in 15 minutes. Ask Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, ask Ricochet, guys like that. They can have great matches in 15 minutes. And these guys, they had a very okay, very good SmackDown main event quality title match. And, they did some stuff. Nakamura hit the landslide. AJ hit the Ushigoroshi. There was nothing spectacular about this match. And that's the same with everything on the show. As I said, this felt like a house show title match. In the end, Nakamura hit the low blow while the referee was turned. He went for the cover. AJ kicked out. Both men went to the outside. AJ hit a phenomenal forearm to the floor. And both men were counted out. So one bullshit finish on this show. And, yeah, it was a real shame. It was a real shame. They went 15, and I was like, these guys give it another 10. They could have a really good match. But, no, they just... 3.25 stars, this one. It was okay. It was a pretty good little matchup. But just, it's very bland. Just kind of like your average main event. And these guys can do so much better. And Nakamura got played to the ring a little bit, and his new music sounds amazing with lyrics. But, I don't know, it just sums up the show, this match, really. It's just, your expectations are sometimes too high. Then we had the casket match, I believe. I apologise for looking off. I have to read my phone. But yeah, I believe we had the casket matchup. The Undertaker and Rusev, this was basically nothing. Rusev got a little bit of heat in. He locked him in the Accolade. He took the choke slam. Taker rolled him into the casket. He gave Aiden English the chokeslam and the tombstone, and he rolled him in the casket too. This match, I'd probably give like 2 stars. Like, it was fine. It did its job. Taker got his win. Taker's great. Like, Rusev's good at losing, so I don't think it hurts him that much that he lost to the Undertaker. Aiden English is a great little, like, heel who you can, like, throw around, and it can be fun. So 2 stars. This was, like, fine, whatever. And then the Universal title, steel cage match, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I thought when this started to get going, it was actually really good, and I thought it was going to be the best match on the show. Lesnar starts straight out, 3 German suplexes at F5, 1-2, goes for second F5, Reigns gets out of it and gives him 3 Superman punches, gives him a spear, kick out by Lesnar, gives him a powerbomb out the corner, both men are climbing up the ropes, Lesnar pulls him down, both men come off the top ropes, Reigns gives him 2 more spears, Lesnar kicks out, Reigns hits another F5, so that's 2 F5s, Reigns kicks out, Reigns doesn't know what to do, so he spears Lesnar through the wall of the cage. Lesnar hits the floor first, even though really, Lesnar's back is on the cage, so it's not really on the floor, and Lesnar's feet are also on the cage. Reigns' feet really are what hit the floor first, but the conclusion was that Brock Lesnar wins because he hit the floor first, he retains the Universal title. I really felt like this was the moment just to give Reigns it. Like, I say this every single time. Like, and I've had enough. I've had enough of it. Like, now, I don't even want to see him take the belt anymore. Like, the matchup, as I said, I thought it was quite good when he got going. Like, I thought it was quite enjoyable, but the finish just kicked it in the bollocks. So, 2.5 stars. I could have gone, like, in the 3-star region, which for this show would be amazing, but no, not for the finish. I'm going so fast for this review, but just this show. And then the 50-man Royal Rumble. Now, I'm not going to go through all 50 entrants, I'm just going to tell you the highlights. So there were a couple of surprises, but there really wasn't many. Like, Roderick Strong was one, that was kind of cool, he came in and gave people backbreakers. You had Hornswoggle, who came in early, and he was cool. It was nice to see him in, and then Dolph Ziggler eliminated him, which was kind of cool. You had a couple of NXT guys. Tucker Knight was kind of random, half of Heavy Machinery. Otis Dozovic is the much more charismatic half, so I'm very shocked that they chose Tucker Knight. My man Drew McIntyre, who I thought would be a surprise in it, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt, didn't turn up. We didn't have Adam Cole. There was no Ricochet, no Velveteen Dream, no Hulk Hogan, no DDP, no Road Dogg, you had Dan Mather, you had a Saudi Arabian guy they've obviously signed called Hiroki Sumi, who got in and did nothing. Hiroko Sumi, he got in, he did a sumo stance, and then Mark Henry eliminated him. You had Dan Mather, as I've just said, you had another guy from NXT, I just can't remember his name, I'm sorry for that guy. Ray, obviously, the great Carly, like, you know, this Rumble, and obviously the Iron Man, the most important point was Daniel Bryan, who went an hour and 5 minutes or something, which is the new Rumble record, which I don't think it should stand, because this is the 50-man Royal Rumble, and not the 30-man Royal Rumble. So I don't think Braun Strowman, who eventually would win the Royal Rumble by last eliminating Big Cass, who before that had eliminated Daniel Bryan, I think that was a smart finish, because you need Strowman eliminating Cass as a heel, rather than eliminating Bryan. Strowman shouldn't have the record for most eliminations, because this is a 50-man Royal Rumble. Strowman, in the end, yes, he eliminated Big Cass last of all, by crotching him on the ropes and then pushing him off. Strowman wins the trophy. He also wins the Saudi Arabian Championship, and that ends the greatest Royal Rumble show. And this was not the greatest Royal Rumble. This was not the greatest pay-per-view I've ever seen. This show was very dull. It wasn't necessarily bad. It was just, the only bad match was the US title, but that really did stick out. Yeah, the rest of it was just kind of dull. As I said, the Cruiserweights tried. Cena and Hunter had an okay matchup. I thought the ladder match was okay, but most of the guys in these matches, AJ Nakamura, for example, they know they can do better. Like, these guys know they can have a better match. And I'm just going to pull the camera down a bit. I'm just a bit unhappy with what I got. And in the end, for the time I put in, was it worth it? Hell no. My rating for the Greatest Royal Rumble is going to be a 5 out of 10. And I could, you know what? That's not yeah, 5 out of 10. I can't say it's a bad show. There isn't enough bad stuff on it. But yeah, just very dull pay-per-view. Is it worth watching? Not really. Like, I wouldn't even sit through that 50-man Royal Rumble again. There was very few highlights outside of Roddy and Hornswoggle and, Daniel Bryan and Strowman. But, it's just very dull house show. And I've been to 2 wrestling house shows in my life as a fan. And I think they were more enjoyable. And I guess I was there live, but I think in terms of the wrestling quality, I saw some decent matches at those shows. So, very disappointed by the Greatest Royal Rumble. And I guess that's it, guys. After a very optimistic day watching the vendors yesterday, I was excited to watch the Royal Rumble today. I even went out today and picked up the I got for my birthday, the Pop Vinyl Thanos. It's not my birthday today, it's an early birthday present. I'm not going to open it till my birthday, though. Pop Vinyl Thanos. Yeah, after a very optimistic day yesterday watching fantastic Avengers film, I get to watch this Royal Rumble that I was excited for, and it flopped. So guys, thanks for watching. This has been Royal Wrestler. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Tell me your thoughts. What did you think of the Greatest Royal Rumble? What do you think to our Greatest Royal Rumble winner, Braun Strowman? What do you think to the Saudi Arabian title? I think it looks horrid. Like, the centre plate's okay. I just think the green strap is proper minging. What do you think to the WWE and Universal title matches? What do you think to Roman Reigns and Lesnar possibly going at it again? What do you think to the bullshit finish in 2 world title matches? And what do you think to the rest of what I thought was a very dull card? Do you disagree? Maybe you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Revolver Wrestler.